Hi guys, it's Blackie. Okay, today is Tuesday. This coming Friday, early in the morning I'll be leaving, heading to North Georgia, to Watkinsville, Georgia by Athens, to the Georgia Bushcraft Gathering. I plan on being up there the entire weekend, and I will be teaching a class. I'm not sure the exact schedule yet, but I will be teaching the class, and the class is going to be on the kukri in the eastern woodlands. So that's the plan. Now, that's part one. Part two is, if you haven't signed up for the class, my class for November, here's the link to it right here in case you missed that video. It'll be self-explanatory. Okay, lastly, the temperature. Woo! From what they're pointing out, is going to be the temperature at the Georgia Bushcraft is going to be in the 30s or 29 that night. Now I know many of my northern friends are going to go, yes, so what, 29, no big deal. Well, I understand, but that's where you're coming from. See, you got to understand, just a couple of days ago down here, it was 90. And now it's going to be a little bit, cool. Come here. Speaking of which, warm lap time. 29 is pretty cool to us because we have not acclimated yet. Now, that's something that's overlooked a lot. And yeah, we take some good-natured ribbon for my friends up north of, oh my God, y'all just think it's nothing. That temperature is nothing. Maybe to you. But then again, in the summertime, whenever your high for the day is 75, and you come down here to my place and it's 98 with 100% humidity and a heat index of 110, we think it's kind of funny y'all passing out too. But, y'all are used to the cold. We're not. Our cold in the 20s usually gets here in February. And so we have not had time to acclimate. And so I want to take this opportunity to share a little bit of knowledge with you. That whenever you realize you're going to be facing such temperatures and you have not had time to acclimate, how long do you need? You need about 72 hours in the environment before your body kind of gets fully into it, gets adjusted to it, starts producing the heat you need, etc. I'm not going to have that opportunity. It's going to be 60s or 70s whenever I leave here, and then when I get up there that night it's going to be down in the 30s. And so it's going to be a 40 or 50 degree temperature change for me, and that's going to be a challenge. So how am I going to be addressing it? Well, on Friday I will leave a complete loadout video for you showing all the gear I'm taking, but in a nutshell, layers are your friend. I realize that I have not had time to properly adjust to this temperature. That means my body is not regulated to produce that level of body heat naturally. It's going to struggle a little bit. So I want heavy meals that are very heavy in carbs. I want to eat so that my belly is full and I've got a lot of heat source. I'm going to carry layers of clothing. I'm going to carry long underwear. I'm going to carry a silky layer to go underneath it, and I'm going to have very bulky outerwear that's insulated well. My winter gear to handle that kind of temperature. I'm going to carry stuff for hot drinks to bring up my core temperature. I'm going to be sitting around a fire, but I'm not going to let myself get too hot. Never sweat in that because that's going to be bad. And then at night, I'm going to make sure that I've got plenty of blankets. I'm going to take my MS sleep system. I'm going to be sleeping in a one-wind hammock with an underquilt. And we're going to go into the complete loadout on Friday to tell you all the gear. So I'll just say that it will be a hammock I'll be camping in. Will it be rainy? Could be. It's 50-50. So 30 to 40 degree temperature drop and it's wet, misty, and everything's wet. Does not sound like a really good time for a fire, to build a fire. So we've got to get a fire established and keep a fire going. That means I'm going to have to bank it as much as possible that night to have coals going in the morning. And try to get me some dry firewood stored up under a tarp or something, so in the morning I've got some way to get the fire going. But we will cover these details in more depth because I intend to video some while we're up there and we're going to talk about it. Who all is going to be there? Lots of individuals. Dan Lutz is driving down. The guys from FTF, Fuel the Fire, Feed the Fire, they're going to be down. Mike Denny and Jay Morrison, all of those guys, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be really good classes. So if you haven't had a chance to come to one, and you're in the Georgia area or can get free and be up there, that'd be a good time. It's always been a very good gathering, and I'm very happy to go there and be an instructor and put on a class. It's a worthwhile event. So, in conclusion, if you haven't understand what I'm talking about when I said the November class that I'm giving, the link back there will show you the video, and you can find that at your leisure. As far as where I'm going to be going, I will be at Georgia Bushcraft this weekend, and on Acclimation. You need to acclimate if at all possible. Now, if I had known it was going to be in the 30s this far out, what am I doing right now? Well, it's right now, it's like 54 right now. I'm wearing just a long sleeve thin shirt. Ignore the heat warmer cap. I want to keep a little bit of a layer, but I want to be a little bit cool. I've already told the wife I'm not going to turn on any heat. In fact, we've got a window open in the bedroom, so that if it gets down to 48 tonight, that's fine. We'll sleep under covers with that. I want to get my lungs used to breathing the cold air. I want to get my body as accustomed as I can when I'm riding up on Friday. I will not be running, I'll have my windows down. Not all the way down, but I will keep a coolish thing. I want to stay cool all day. Train the body as much as possible so that whenever I'm out in there that night and it's so cold, I've got an advantage. I've at least got the body to kind of head start in that direction. It's one of those things that it isn't and then suddenly it is. Heat doesn't come on that fast, cold does. And being in the South, where you got to remember in August, just a couple of months ago, a few weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, even less than that really, we were in the high 90s with heat index over 100 with high humidity. And in just a couple of, it seems like that long, now I'm going to have to go be in 20 degrees. It's going to be a challenge, and we're going to do it, and I'm going to bring you along. Thank you for watching the video, guys, and I'm Rio. Thanks you for your support. Until next time, guys, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.